is what I always say, Boris. All the men that I know have women in their lives.
Yes,
Absolutely, that's a fact.
like, get them on.
You gotta learn, right?
Like,
You
we're
gotta
gonna start
learn.
with something men care about.
Exactly.
So let's talk to him, man.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us here today again. I go by the name of Boris, and this is Feed Your Focus episode. We are here in Washington, D.C. for Rwanda Day 2024. We are here at a Young Entrepreneur Network event organized by Shaxmedia. And I'm with the two special guests today. I'm going to let them talk, and then they can definitely tell us who they are. You're sitting on my right, how you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for having us.
Can you please tell us your name and who
my
you
name
represent?
is. Oh, am I supposed to watch there or just?
Yeah, but whatever, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay, hi. My name is Zilfa Irakoze. I am one of the co-founders of a lifestyle fitness brand that's called Zil Lifestyle.
Z Lifestyle.
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
What about
Thank you so much, Boris. Thank you
Yeah.
for having us here. My name is Gloria. I'm CEO and the co-founder of Zil brand, Zil Lifestyle.
Right.
Yes.
Absolutely, man. It's a privilege and it's an honor to have you guys here today. Before we get into everything else, how did you all started the brand, Z Lifestyle? How did the idea come about? Whoever want to answer, you can go.
I can go with
Yeah.
So we've been friends for a minute,
Right.
like since I want to say 2015,
Right.
2016. So when we first started, we were trying to get into like fitness, trying to be consistent in the gym, trying to get our body right,
Right.
or mental fitness, right?
Right.
But we always like start and stop.
Right.
We're like, we're gonna get this thing consistently. So how can we help each other out?
Right.
So we were like, can you be my accountability partner? Can you keep me accountable? So that's how we started.
Nice.
And then we started doing that. And then on the journey to be consistent, we figured that the clothing was like, we are tall.
Right.
No,
I can definitely tell.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
The fit that could fit, that we could like really like and fit in,
Right.
they were like either very expensive,
Right.
or they were like tear up so fast,
Mm-hmm.
or they're short.
Right.
They're really like very, very short. So we're like,
Yeah.
how can we provide something like that's affordable, that's high quality, that's like speaks to the things that we are trying to make sure that we are served with.
Right.
So that's how it came about. And we started there, 3 friends. One of us is not here. She's in the other event.
What's her name again?
Gloria. Her name is Pauline.
Yeah, no, her name is Pauline.
Yeah,
right?
her name is
Okay.
Pauline. So that's how we started. We started in 2021 in May.
Right.
Then we've been working with it for 2.5 years. So
Nice.
yeah.
That's amazing. It's really amazing to see, especially a brand that was created with by girls, for women. It's just a special thing. What would you say was the biggest challenge when you was, first starting the brand?
I'll take that. I think honestly, one of like our pride and joy is working with women, and I think one of the biggest challenge, and I think for a lot of like other startup businesses, is just the exposure. And yes, and I think getting to work with other people and putting yourself out there, like you create the brand, it's good, the material is good, material is as great if not better than like the mainstream sold ones, but it's like once your community has not necessarily grown as big. So I think the biggest challenge for like any startup business is like you try your best, you put yourself out there, you collaborate with people to try to get yourself out there, but I feel like for specifically small businesses, the exposure having people see who you are and try your material and like see and trust and believe in the business, that's I think one of like the biggest challenge when you're trying to like get off the ground.
Get off the ground.
Yeah,
right?
second that.
Absolutely. So what do you, so you've been in the business for like 2 years, you'll say?
Yeah.
2 years now. So what's the future plans that do you have for Z Lifestyle?
Future plans, I like that.
Theo, she loves that.
She got the plans.
No, she loves that.
She loves that, right.
So obviously we started and then because we are trying to be as like customer centric as possible.
Right.
We wanna like not necessarily do what we want to do, but we serving people. So we hear from them, we receive feedbacks, we read the reviews, we host challenges, and we get to the people who attend it and the people on social media and our friends and the people who made events like this.
Right.
Like, what feedback can you give us? And then we note those things down. So coming up, there are some things that we noted that we're going to incorporate in our clothing, in our system. So one of it is like inclusivity.
Inclusivity,
Yeah,
right?
so we noticed that we do have, large sizes, but we can go larger.
Right.
Yeah, we also have like exposure in communities, like African communities for the most part, but we're not in Asian communities. We are in not Mexican communities, so we need also to expand there.
Right.
Because what we stand for is not necessarily like a continent specific. It's something global. It's something
Global, right.
it's like fitness, health, mental health. So that's the thing that applies to anybody. So starting with women.
Right.
And the other thing too, we're trying to get to inclusivity also goes to men. We're not necessarily.
Right, that's definitely a good point. You gotta talk about that too.
Everybody
Because
in
I
the
went on the
studio is like,
website.
yes, men.
I was like, it's only for women. It's like there's no men's section. Yeah.
No, so
Yeah.
men definitely we're thinking about the fish that can serve them. So that's coming up.
Copy,
So
yeah.
two things, not to say much, definitely inclusivity part and hoping into being customer centric as much as we can. Definitely diving deep into that because that's what it's about.
Right.
And men for sure.
Men for sure.
Yeah, and if I would give like a quick sneak peek to like a lot for some of the things that we're coming up with, I think inclusivity is big. Like we're really trying to tap into like all the market of the people. Personally, I'm Muslim and vary with different workouts. So like I could wear something that's slightly modest, and sometimes I wear something that's revealing. But like I have my hijabi market sisters that are like, Zilfa, I need like a fitness that like something that's very so like we have. Our upcoming launch is gonna be as inclusive as you've ever seen it. We're including modest people. We're including people on the really really small size. We're including people really on the bigger size. We're having everyone see themselves. Some unisex things for the males to see themselves into our line as well. So it's exciting things coming up.
Okay, that's amazing. That's really great news, though. But let me just circle back a little bit. Did you say that you have a launch soon? Do you want to give us a date or anything like that, or no?
Not yet.
Maybe
on our next.
On our next podcast, they're gonna tell us exactly when they're gonna launch their next.
But you know where you can really find that information though?
Please tell us.
So every Sunday, what
3 p.m.
every Sunday,
Right.
3 p.m. Eastern time, we're live on Instagram, and everybody that's where the juiciest information comes out
can get
first. You know what I mean? So do yourself a favor, follow Zil Lifestyle on Instagram. I'll spell it out for you. What is it?
Please.
ZEAL. I read it out because
definitely take your time.
that's really great with business. It's the spelling that. No, I'm playing.
Yes.
But
ZEAL.
so it's ZALIFESTYLE.co.
That's
So
real.
And to make it simple.
zillifestyle.co. Okay, if you find out Zil Lifestyle, you're gonna find us, and every single thing that's coming up, you
You're
learn
gonna-
about it first, and you get to see also all these beautiful content that we're posting with
Absolutely.
different workout routines. We
Right.
have different challenges that's coming with us. We have so many things that we do research for and actually expose the people to.
Yeah.
That if you went into our you look onto our page on Instagram,
Right.
it's really really good quality content.
Absolutely, I follow your page already. Even though you don't have anything for men yet, but I still follow you.
No,
You got good vibes, and then it's really amazing.
Here's what I always say, Boris. All the men that I know have women in their lives.
Yes.
Absolutely, that's a
And
fact.
Get
You
them
gotta
on.
learn. You gotta learn. Right, you
we're
gotta
gonna
learn.
start with something men care about.
Exactly.
So let's start with women. Then
Well,
Right.
yeah.
hitting a bird, hitting what?
No, absolutely. It's it's really amazing, man, to see the definitely the brand that you were able to create, and then especially on Wabamuri diaspora, we all have like hard lives. We have like not really hard lives, but like, we have a lot of different things that we do on the side. Like how do you find the time to be able to focus on that passion? Even though we have a lot of other things that we have to do on the side, like how do you guys find the time to be able to focus on that passion?
That's a very good question. And I would say that ironically, we were so busy
Right.
that we wanted to have some relaxation time.
Right.
Some time to like cool down.
Right.
And they're like, how can you? So we know about working out, we know about like exercising, all the benefits mentally and physiologically. So we're like, yeah, this is something worth taking time for.
Right.
So whenever we started, we always talked about like, I love the energy I get from working out. Like I love how I'm like on top of my things, top of my research, top of my school, top of my work, right?
To make you feel different.
Yeah, it make you feel good. You look good, then you're
Exactly.
confident. You're like, yes. So this is worth taking time for. And like I can say I speak for myself. Like whenever I work out, my productivity is different.
High level all the
Higher,
time.
like
right.
so people could say I used to say like I need time to work out, right? I make time to work out. So when I make time to work out, then my productivity increases. Then I
Right.
get to do 5-hour work in 3 hours.
In 3 hours, because you
Like-
have energy.
Yeah, so I have energy, I have like focus. Feeding my focus.
Feed your focus.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, that's what we're doing.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so
That's-
it's like knowing the importance of it and trying to actually better yourself.
Yeah, and I think that's the
Absolutely.
same mentality
Yeah.
we
It's like
sorry.
self-development.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's really the same
Honestly, yeah.
mentality we use with the business too, right? Like
Right.
like you said, we do different things, right? But like when it's something that you really focused on, something you've seen work for yourself, something
passionate
because that's
about.
really how we started, right?
Right.
Like all of us were going through like things separately, and we're like, we gotta get in the gym, like she
Yeah.
said, and then we tap into the gym, and we couldn't stay there and like hold each other accountable, put it on the street. People love it. We've worked with so many women's on our Instagram in our different accountability groups that it's worked for them. It's
Yeah.
moved them from one place to
So you
another.
also created a community.
We have a
Community.
community of women
Wow.
where
Yeah.
we get you started. It's one of our pride and joy, like
Yeah.
seeing
Right.
someone practically move from I really hate my body, and that's such a strong word to use, but like it's
Right.
something we've heard before, to like I cannot get enough of the gym.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I mean?
It's
So
like
I
you
think
get addicted to it.
yeah, stories
Right.
like that keep us going. So like when you see the vision and you see like what we're really trying to create and the impact that
Yeah,
it's making,
yeah.
that keeps us going. Like the same thing with our workout, we make the time.
Yeah, we
Man.
make the time knowing like you say, the impact we're making on the people.
Right.
It's like God's work.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It's really amazing, bro.
Yeah.
You forgot all the time. I forgot, health is wealth.
Yeah.
Like, how much percentage do you think like it relates to mental health as well? Like, do you feel like you gotta be mentally ready to be able to work out, or maybe like workout helps your mental health as well?
Yeah, I
Do
think
you
it's
think
a
those
lot
two
of
things are
work.
related?
Very much so.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think honestly, like I said, like this is our personal story. Like,
Right.
say the work that I do is like very mental focused, right? Like I'm a student. I do like research. I teach. Like I do a lot of things
Right.
on the other side. That's really mental focus, right? So like whether I'm encouraged, whether I'm like motivated or not, I go to the gym. Not because my body wants to. So when I think of like, well, health is wealth. I think of in a sense of like. If I don't go to the gym, say and this is probably a little addictive, but like if I don't go to the gym for like say a full week, right? I'm like mentally I'm all over the place. So like
Right.
it's like a stress stopper. So like I don't know how your day runs or what you do to stop the stress. Same thing that I hike or go meet up with my girls and have a conversation, right? Like when I go through a long day, instead of like going home and like passing out and like or watch a movie and pass out, that doesn't work for me, right? Like I hit the gym and there's a dopamine, there's like I'm relaxed, I can go home and take a shower and sleep better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wake up early because like I got knocked out right after that, right? Are you a morning person? Because some people wake up early in the morning and
Right.
it nurtures, it gives them this
Can you tell us, are you a morning person or an evening person?
For work, I'm a morning person. Like my brain is way more focused in the morning. I work like I put in the real like work that requires my brain in the morning, and then I work out at 9 because it knocks me out and then wake me up. Like she's a morning person.
Are you a morning person?
Yeah.
Oh, for real? You wanna wake up and go straight to the gym?
5 a.m. class.
Literally.
Wow.
5 a.m. class.
Okay. Can you give us what's the secret there? Like, where do you get the passion and the motivation to be able to wake up every morning and go to the gym? Especially if you live in DC, it gets too cold.
Motivation is overrated. It is definitely.
Right.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I wanna even think about what she said.
Yeah.
Because the whole reason of working out, not having time, it's more for me. It's more long term. I'm a person who like to. There's a saying: you can get more money, but you can get more time. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's like, how do I create time? I get better with the time I have, right? So it's like working out for me. It's more long term. It's longevity.
True.
Like we know all these diseases, right? Like not only mental health. There is cardiology and stuff. There is like diabetes.
You're doing it for your
So it's like long
life.
term. So I want to be, let's say, if I'm planning for my family, I want to be wealthy.
Exactly.
I gotta be healthy to do that, right?
And
that the mental plays in that. So that like knowing that, that's how the morning. I think that's how the morning routine came in, and I'm like, I figured that if I wake up early, I can do more stuff in 2 hours like in the morning than I could ever do in 5 hours in the afternoon. Yeah, that's just me.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, I gotta do where I'm at my peak.
Right.
And yeah, morning for a fact. I honestly feel like it's not easy for me.
Right.
It's not an easy thing. I like my bed. I really would like to stay in.
Force your mind to
But
do
it's
that.
like, what do I want?
Right.
Like, let's balance and check what's more important. So
Exactly.
I feel better committing to what I love to commit to.
Right.
And that really motivates me.
And I think that works for everything, really. In a sense of like, whether it's workout, whether it's anything, I really cannot depend on my motivation. Because like, it really up
You don't
and down.
believe in that. You feel like it's like a
truly,
cliche type of
when
vibe.
it really is not.
Yeah.
I wish I was motivated to go to work every day.
Right.
I wish I
But
was.
you have to. You
I
gotta
wish
pay
I
bills
woke up and I
all
was
that.
like, oh my gosh, look at the sunshine. Like, it just doesn't work like that.
Right,
and
right.
some days my motivation is up there and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is great, right?
Yeah.
On the days when my motivation is not up there, then I push myself. What's your why? I think we've always started with like, what is the reason you do what you're doing today?
That's
You know what I
a very
mean?
You gotta know.
Yeah, because once you know it,
Right.
you really don't need motivation. But it's like I could come off of work and I'm really pissed off, stressed. I'm like, I want to go home. You know what I mean? But I'm like, my why is to be
bigger than all those
healthier.
things.
To be
You know,
healthy,
my
just to
why
be
is to be
wealthy.
able to pass this PhD thing that I'm doing.
Right.
And only way I can do it is if I keep my way to the gym. So like, you really gotta focus on like what keeps you going when motivation foils you.
Absolutely. You definitely you definitely just hit us with a good point. You know, you definitely gotta find your why.
Yes.
But like, don't you think like it's very hard for other people to find their why so they can be motivated to do the things they want to do in their life? Like, what would you say is the best way for you to find your
But to find
why?
why.
Because I feel like that's the best thing that's gonna unlock a lot of your potential.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you kind of made me think about it. So I would say it's hard to know your why.
Right.
But I think also one tip, at least for me, what worked is to spend more time with myself. Right. So once you get to know yourself, you get to know, like, we only have one life.
Right.
Right. But so you get to know, like, how can I live this better? What would I like to see?
Right.
Like, let's say I like to be wealthy. Just for example, I like to be the greatest dancer. Hello, man.
Yeah, you heard that right?
You can say the hello.
Yeah, so
You're trying to, for real.
and then you get to know why would I like to be that, right? So you feel like you got so we are unique and we have a purpose to serve. And that purpose, it's only you who can serve it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you spend time with yourself, think and like what is at peace with you. So you gotta find that like alignment.
Right.
And then I think that way, at least from there, at least for me, that way. Spend time with yourself, get aligned, and like let's go.
Absolutely.
And one thing that I would add, operate from like a positive place. You know what I mean? Because I think, especially like when it comes to health and fitness and like all these other things, like when it comes to money and life purpose and like, you know, some people really think it's like something so massive, something like, oh my gosh, I gotta figure out who I want to be in 20,000 years to come. Like, it's not like that. Like, who can I be? How can I get myself better in the next couple of months? How do I every day? 1%, right? 1%. Like, how do I get myself better every single day? What's the goal that I'm working towards? You know what I mean? Like, it could be as small or as big as you want. Get you started. What do you do well, right? Like, do you know yourself? Like, truly, if your parents, your neighborhoods, Instagram, everybody else's voice was shut down, what would you do? Who are you? You know what I mean? Are you good at that thing? How can you get yourself to a place where you're good at it? You know, what can you do on the sides that make you better in that area? So I think finding your why is bigger than like this purpose thing that's like massive. So when it comes to working out, my biggest why is really like, of course, like the health aspect that comes with it, like wanting to look really great at 70.
You all definitely look great. For our viewers, I'm just gonna say right now, they definitely look great, you know. But follow them on the IG, you all see.
You know, but most importantly, it's the only way I stay productive with my career path. You know what I mean? Like I can go to bed, I can sleep better, I wake up, like, you know, it's therapeutic without really replacing therapy. You know what I mean? So that keeps me going, even on the days I don't want to go. You know what I mean? Once you tap into that, and it's positive, not in the sense of like, oh my gosh, I look horrible, I don't like my body, but it's like, I love my body. How can I make it better in a sense for me too, you know? Because like once you want to look like, we all don't have the same genes, we all don't have the same nothing. You cannot look like everybody you see on the gram. You know, the goal is for you to be healthy. The goal is for you to be at a place where you're more confident. Hitting the gym, I promise you, hit the gym for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Boris.
2 weeks.
It does not matter what you did, how you did it. The confidence.
It's gonna change, right?
The confidence way,
You go from like
definitely one
things that's hiding everything,
Yes.
and you're wearing crop tops. You're showing, you know, let's show everybody a little bit of belly. The belly did not go anywhere, you know. But like, I feel good in my body, and I think that's really what the goal is. So like, find. Like Gloria said, focus on what you really want for you.
And
tap out everybody else.
honestly, to add in, not to be too long, but to add on why you say it is like, because whenever you find your why, then you're like, this is huge, right? So the goal is like, you have a goal, you have a dream. How are you gonna achieve it? So there is like plan, and then there is like systems, right? How hard some I think it's one of the
Atomic habits.
They say like you gotta make it obvious and like get 1% better every single day. So it's like focus on the 24 hours you have today. What can I do today? What can I do now?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Yo, let's get better every day, man. You heard it here, man. We are with Z Lifestyle here on the brand. You know, before we end this very beautiful short podcast, you know, this is a Feed Your Focus podcast. You know, my last question is like, how do you guys feed your focus? Because we go through things as humans, you know, we go through hard times, you know, we go through hard shit every time. Like, how do you feed your focus?
That's a very good question. So, you asked a very good question, Boris.
Hey man, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, we are here. Feed Your Focus podcast.
No, for it, like, I will speak for myself. First thing, I'm a Christian. So, I love...
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so number one thing that I feel my focus with is the Bible. So I grew up Catholic, and then I was like, at some point, I was like, really, I only listen to the Bible whenever I'm at the church.
Right.
So I'm like, I gotta start knowing it for myself.
True.
Reading it, because it's not really like only a religion, it's a book, right? Like telling me what to do, when to do it, how to do it, getting to know me and my creator. So that's the number one way to feel my focus. And then obviously working out. And connecting to the positive people in my life. Absolutely. Where I'm from, like my people, like my parents, like my friends, people who feel like
your energy, your soul,
the energy. So that, and to do things I love. I love dancing. Doing that, and
for real, that's great.
Not that type of dancing.
Okay. However, you can move.
So doing the things you like. So
absolutely,
that also comes from knowing yourself.
Exactly. That self-awareness is very key.
Yeah.
See, it's so weird because you literally just said everything I had in my head. I was like, especially also how I had it lined up because I feel like prayer, like I think prayer also really helps me feed my focus because sometimes I lose my way and I'm Muslim, so like it's 5 times a day. You know what I mean? And it's like so
that takes
I lose,
another type of focus too.
Yeah, it's like I lose
discipline.
myself in a sense of like who I am or the world we live in, like things around me, everything like changes, but sometimes it's like who are you and kind of like having a good centered like something like of who I am, grounding energy, and so like everything I do is kind of like ground me. So I'm big on a prayer. I'm big on a workout, of course, like Zilfa. So the third thing is really the people I surround myself with.
Absolutely.
Like people around me make me better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's very, very key.
Like whether they are better than me and want to make me better, or they're not better. Like, and I probably shouldn't say, but everybody around me is trying to make themselves better. You know what I mean? So I can either learn from them or help them.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So like that's a way that I keep fitting my focus because I learn as much as I teach, or as a matter of fact, I learned so much more than I teach. But like also being able to like transfer something to someone really helped me stay focused too onto like here's what you're doing and why you should be doing it.
Absolutely.
And then of course family, but I also love journaling.
Journaling, that's
great.
great. So you love writing too.
So I can't write. I'm a big. I talk a lot.
You talk a lot.
Yeah.
So you just record yourself?
I do.
Oh, for real?
I do.
That's crazy.
I because like I process better when I'm talking instead of like writing. So I usually shoot videos. I'm like, hey, like so how are we doing? Like so it's been a long day. Like mentally I feel a little drained. So like I kind of like talk myself and be like, here is how we're doing. Or, I'm exhausted. I'm all of these things. And because that's kind of how I process my everything that I'm going through and kind of get myself again back. That's how I keep my focus.
Wow. That's so amazing, man. Hey guys, ladies and gentlemen, all our viewers for Feed Your Focus, man. It's an honor. It's my pleasure to have you guys here on Feed Your Focus.
Thank you.
Wish you nothing but the best. We hope Z Lifestyle is definitely gonna keep going higher. You already told us that you have a launch coming out in a few months. You're gonna tell us, and you have a live every Sunday on the IG, 3 p.m. every Sunday.
Yes.
IG zlifestyle.co. That's CO. You know what I mean? Go ahead and follow them on the gram. I go by the name of Boris, man. This is Feed Your Focus, another episode, Run the Day 2024. We out.
Thank you.
Peace.